Well, folks, here it is. I have got the Hind. Now, many of you who have watched my channel know that I am not a huge fan of helicopters, but I am a big fan of Russian equipment. So when I won the giveaway competition at 311 Griffin, thanks by the way to 311 Griffin for giving me the Hind. I had to get the Hind because, it's the only modern Russian aircraft that I don't have for DCS in terms of a payware module. I don't count the Polikarpov I-16 because that's, it's not modern. I would like to get it eventually, but that's neither here nor there. Well, so let's take a look at the exterior model. I took off the IR suppressors because those are like the one thing that I consider extremely ugly on the Hinds or any Russian helicopter. I prefer to have those big exhausts just going right to the wind. So let's take a look inside the cockpit. We got our stuff in English because I'm a fan of Russian aircraft, but I cannot read Cyrillic to save my life. So we've got temperature stuff down here, looks like. Lots and lots of circuit breakers, which is par for the course for Russian aircraft. At least the circuit breakers and everything are in places that are more uniform, whereas with a lot of other Russian aircraft, they just put them wherever they put them, wherever there's room. Let's look in the front cockpit. We've got the gunner's position and everything. Now I will be flying this video from the pilot's position, which is back up there, if my memory serves me correctly. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been in any helicopter in DCS. I think the last thing I did was the KA-50. So without further ado, let's turn the sound on. Let's get this bird in the air. I get the feeling I can take off, but it's going to be rough trying to land this thing. Alright. We're airborne, sort of. Let's get the collective just right. Gotta get the rudder pedals just right. Gears coming up. She does pick up speed real quick once you get it just right. About 165 knots. This helicopter is a beast, I'll tell you that much. Just love how that fire extinguisher is just squeezed back in there. Now, this is a helicopter I actually have some real-life experience with. I got a ride in one a few years ago, both in the gunner seat and back in the crew compartment back there. Cargo compartment, if you want to call it that. It sure was a fun time riding that thing. To actually be in the pilot seat of one in real life on the ground was also kind of a cool experience for somebody like me who grew up in America and everything, and so all I ever got to see was American equipment in terms of being able to, look inside cockpits and everything. I've been in the cockpit of a AH-1Z as well. Nothing was turned on and I didn't take any pictures, of course, but I have been in the cockpit. Been in the cockpit on the Hind, the pilot's station on the ground, but never in the air. I'm doing 195-ish knots. Should be about the top speed of the Hind. Backing off to 190. And we're in the Nevada map, in case anybody was wondering. I do a lot of my stuff in DCS on the Nevada map. So far, I'm pretty impressed with it, even though it's still in early access, which is, normal stuff for DCS. A lot of the modules are still in early access. Coming back over Nellis. I've got no weapons aboard because, in keeping with first flights and everything, I don't try to keep weapons aboard. Because with first flights and first impressions, I want to just do it how a civilian would do it. Alright, let's see if I can bring this thing in for a landing. Let's put the gear down. So don't be surprised if this thing ends up as a smoking hole in the ground for my first, quote, landing, unquote. Might be a rolling landing. Probably will be a rolling landing. But it will be a landing. Oh, that's a workout for the legs. Well, folks, that concludes my first impressions video of the Hind from Eagle Dynamics. Hope everyone enjoys this. It was a rather enjoyable experience for my first flight.